Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Doing a fun little video. I actually got like the video idea recommended by a bestie online, Manini. She said she found a reading challenge called "This Video Ends When I Find a 5-Star Book," and I have never heard of it. I need to look into this, but she sent that to me last night. I was like, this is such a fun idea. Like, I read all the time, why not just vlog it and keep going until I find a 5-star read, which for me is kind of hard to do. So this video could be an hour long. It could be a half hour long if I find one in the near future. But I thought this would be really fun. I'm just gonna be vlogging, reading vlog, all the books I'm reading up until I find one that is 5 stars. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I am really excited. The book I am currently reading is Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. It is the second in the duet of the Boys from Toman series. So it was Binding 13, but now I'm on Keeping 13. Don't think this is gonna be a 5-star read, but I was still reading vlog it for you because it could blow my mind. I'm only on chapter 6. It's like an 800-page book. Well, no, it says online it's 800 pages, but like my actual book, I don't have it with me because I'm reading it on my Kindle on my phone, but my actual book, 500 something, maybe 600 pages, but the font is really small, so I think that's what makes it smaller. Anyway, it's a pretty long book. It's a fan favorite. If you've seen my recent videos, Binding 13 was not a favorite of mine, so we will see. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I am excited, and I hope you guys are excited. I think this is gonna be so much fun. Hopefully I find a 5-star read. Let's get into this. Good luck to me. Thank you, bestie, for recommending this video idea, because this is gonna be so much fun. I hope. I forgot I was filming this video. I ended up, kind of funny because this video is literally about me finding a 5-star read, and I started this video getting in a slump. Okay, yeah, so Keeping 13 put me in a slump. I'm not done with it. It's been many days since I started it. I have like 200-ish pages left, so I could finish it really quick. Not really, actually, because it's taking me forever, but I did take a break. I needed to just put it down and start a different book. So I ended up reading for a video To All the Boys I Loved Before. That was my latest read. I knew that wasn't going to be a 5-star read, so I didn't want to say too much about it. So I gave that 4 stars. I've watched the movie before I started reading it, but I got the book from the Blind Dates with a Book video. I knew what I was getting out of that. I knew it was going to be a 5-star read, so I didn't think I should really talk about it. It was cute. It felt nostalgic. It was quick comfort read. I love that type of young adult because it's like a feel good, and it got me out of my slump. So I'm thankful for that. I'm not going back to Keeping 13 yet. I know it's not going to be a 5-star, so that's just the end of that for this video. I will say though, when I read from it, if you guys want my opinions like at all on it, it is like light years better than Binding 13. I don't know what it was, like Binding 13 kind of rubbed me the wrong way and just frustrated me, but Keeping 13, the Fab family is there, the relationship is there, the communication is there, like it's all solid now. It's just kind of annoying that you don't get that really in Binding 13, but nonetheless, it wasn't a 5-star. I'm continuing my Blind Dates with a Book video right now as I film this, and I started this fantasy Graceling. This is by Kristen Cashore. It's basically about there's a bunch of kingdoms, and this girl is the niece of a king. She is called the King's Thug. Basically, she is Grace, and there's some people that are Grace, some people that are not, and if you are Grace, you have a specific skill that you're really good at, and hers is killing and combat. I haven't gone too far. I literally just started it. That's just the gist of what I got from the back of it, so I'm gonna read this. We'll see if this gets 5 stars or not, and if not, we will continue this video. We'll see how this goes. Not gotten a 5-star read yet. I just finished this for my Blind Dates video, and I ended up giving it 3 stars. It was a really young adult fantasy world. It had a little bit of romance in it, but I didn't really like it. Like, I wouldn't even consider it too much of a romance. Like, it was really sudden and not random, but it was just like not how I expected it to fall out. It wasn't bad. It's not what I expected it to be, but I enjoyed it. The story was fun to go along with. It's just not my favorite kind of book, so giving this 3 stars. We have not gotten a 5-star yet, but in the same video, this is my last book for the video. So if you already watched the video, this kind of gets repetitive, but after this I'm kind of mood reading for the rest of the month, so it'll be all random books you have not seen in any other videos, but this is the next one that I will be reading, so we will see if this is a 5-star. This is called How to Love Your Neighbor. It's a grumpy sunshine, enemies to lover, slow burn, next door neighbors, that kind of vibe, so I will let you guys know my feelings. I will be back. Love Your Neighbor. I actually read this in a little over 24 hours, like kind of low-key sped through this, and I really enjoyed it. But you know what it wasn't? It wasn't 5 stars. I honestly didn't think it was gonna be 5 stars just by judging it because I am judgmental to these covers. I don't know why, it just happens. It was third person, which isn't my favorite. If you've watched my blind dates video, it was really, really good. It just didn't give me the 5-star feeling. You know when you love a book? And I feel like you guys know when I feel like a book is 5 stars because I will express that. This didn't give me that feeling, but I will say it was really good if you're looking for a really like cute enemies to lovers. They're not like enemies for too long. It has kind of like a HGTV interior design feel, really good communication skills, which was really important, but it was really, really good. I gave it 4 stars. It just didn't give me that feeling. On to the next. I'm picking up a Lucy Score book. This is Forever Never. I have high hopes because I have given the only 2 books I've ever read by her 3 stars. 3 stars. 5 stars. I'm trying to go through all of her books. She has a lot more than I thought. I don't know why. I've never really seen her books many places other than like the popular ones. I will let you guys know how this goes. I have very high hopes. I have like expectations because of how much I'm obsessed with her other 2 books that I've read. This is about a guy who falls for his brother's high school sweetheart, boss's daughter, and ex-wife's best friend. All the same girl. Says he's the overprotective type. He's a long, complicated history with fights, friendship, family, and then she returns to where it takes place, and it says that Brick makes it his mission to find out what put shadows in those green eyes, even if it means falling for the one girl he'll never get over. Is this a second chance I'm sensing? I'm assuming this is guy falls first, which is always fun, but I have really high hopes because I just love her writing so much. So maybe this will be the winner, and this video won't be 2 hours long because I'm picky with my ratings. We'll have to find out. I don't know, but okay. I'm gonna go start this. Fingers crossed. I talked about this book once since starting it, but I just finished it. Basically, the gist of this, I feel like the back of it kind of emphasizes all the things about Remy, like brother's high school sweetheart, boss's daughter, ex-wife's best friend, all being Remy. But I feel like that's not really the biggest point of the story. It's really Remy comes back to Mackinac, which I know how to pronounce now, comes back to Mackinac Island where she grew up and where she knew Brick from, all scared and stuff because something was going on. And you don't know what it is. You obviously find out eventually. So there's like a little mystery that goes on, which is really, really fun. And then you see her seeing Brick again and them figuring that out, but then him trying to figure out what's wrong with her, why she's not the same way she used to be, get their history. I will say that Brick wasn't my favorite Lucy Score character. He was definitely the type that she writes about, you know, like the big, broody, grumpy guys, but he wasn't my favorite. Lucy Score also doesn't shy away from spice. Like this one was pretty spicy and it wasn't as good as By a Thread or Things We Never Got Over. It didn't hit the same, but I would give it 4 stars. So not a 5-star read, but it was really good because the romance in here, once it's established and everything, how like an end of a romance book would be, you still get the mystery and the adrenaline from what's going on with that, which was really nice. A different aspect to it. So it was really fun. It was entertaining. I always feel like Lucy Score's characters are just like real people and like real stories, and they really just, they get you. It was captivating. It was really good. Just not 5 stars, which is a bummer. But I highly recommend because this was a really good, like, entertaining love story. Like, their history is definitely a little bit tricky and them trying to figure it out, and they both have like fears going into it, and theirs were like really valid fears. It was really good. Again, she always writes different minor characters that are like so huge to the story and have their own little subplots, which is fun. It's just there's always so much going on, but it all makes sense and it's all fun to read about. Like, nothing's really boring to me. They're thick books, but they're always worth it. I don't know what I want to read next. I think I want to read a Frida McFadden book. So I know they're all on Kindle Unlimited, so I think I'm gonna read one of her books. I'm kind of in the mood for a mystery thriller. I have this one downloaded. It's called Never Lie. So this one's about a couple who is looking for a house of their dreams, and they go to one that once belonged to a psychiatrist who vanished 4 years earlier. Then a blizzard happens and they're stuck there overnight, and she finds a secret room with all of the psychiatrist's tapes, and it says it has audio transcripts from every single patient the doctor has interviewed, which I feel like could be interesting. So I think I'm gonna start that. It's also 285 pages. Maybe this will be the winner. Who knows? This video could literally go on for months. I'll be back with my updates. Guys, I had to leave Barnes because I'm over there like sitting on a chair just gasping at this book, and I had to leave because I felt bad because it was quiet. They didn't even put the music on. And binging this book, I did have to stop reading it last night though. I got spooked out. Like I literally couldn't read it. I was just getting, I don't know, I was on edge. I was like a little over halfway. I wanted to finish it so bad. I would have stayed up to finish it if I wasn't like scared. And it's not scary in that way. It's just like sometimes thriller mysteries at night spook me. I'm 86% of the way in. I have like 40 pages left, and I got to one big plot twist, and like I said, I was gasping in there. And then I was asking on my book club, we have a Discord, so I was asking any of them if they read this book, and they were like, just wait, there's more. What more? I'm shook. And I wrote down all my theories in my notes, and she got me. I'll talk about it when I finish, but I need to finish it now. I'm literally gonna sit in this car and read the last pages. It's looking up to be 5 stars, but right now it's on a 4. Twist was really good, but the beginning was just like, I don't know. You know when it's like a thriller mystery, they put too much in your face to make you think it's like anyone but what happened, which is usually good, but this one I was like, had all these different theories in my head, and I was like, I kind of wish I was just enjoying the story and not thinking of all these theories. But also that's a personal problem. That has nothing to do with the author. The writing is so good. It reminds me so much of Alice Feeney, and I just love it. I literally can't stop reading it. I just said I wasn't going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to go finish. I hope that it ends on a good note. It has potential. Things are looking up. Wait, I think I know what's going to happen. I think I'm going to say it just to like put it out in the world. I'm officially rating Never Lie 4 or 4.5 stars. I think I'm gonna round up half a point to 4.5 or half a star. And I think it's not a 5 because the endings got me. The plot twist really got me. I thought I had it in the bag. I wrote down every theory possible. It was like that Alice Feeney type of shock at the end, which I love. And I feel like Frida McFadden and Alice Feeney have the same kind of writing style, which is like I'm obsessed with. So I definitely want to read more of Frida's books because they are just so like captivating. I liked too that it was told the present point of view of the wife that is in the house trying to figure out what's going on, and you get the psychiatrist whose house it was, her point of view with her life and her patients and stuff. So that was really good. I really liked that. It was very fast paced too, which was really nice because I was like speeding through it. I don't know, just connecting the dots through like how the story started off and then how it ended. There were some points that kind of like didn't make complete sense to me, but pushing that aside, it was amazing. I would recommend this to anyone that just wants like a really fast paced thriller mystery that will just like have you shook, because I did not guess the plot twist, and there were more than one, but not quite 5 stars. Bummer, but we're getting really close. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I'm gonna go pick my next read. I literally have been sitting and just reading. I blew out my hair. That's the only thing I've done since starting this book. Almost halfway. I'm 144 pages in, chapter 26, and her writing is just like, I want to sit and just binge it. Like, I don't want to walk away from the story. And I just needed to say that. How much I just love her writing. It's so good. She doesn't add any filler. Like, as soon as you start the book, you're right into the story. And I love it. As soon as the story starts, you're like trying to second guess what's happening, who did everything, and trying to figure out the twists that's gonna come, because you know there's gonna be one. And I'm trying right now to figure out what's going on, and I have a few theories, and I think they're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to see. I really want to finish it tonight. I think I'm just gonna binge it. We'll see if I'm right. I have a weird feeling that I'm not right because I thought I was right in the last one, and I wasn't, like, at all. I just want to say that her writing, if you need like a thriller mystery and you just want to like sit and binge one, her books are the way to go. That's all I have to say. Okay, I'm gonna go try to finish this. We'll see if it's 5 stars or not. I'm gonna go read a lot. Goodbye. I literally just finished The Inmate. I'm giving it 4 stars. I liked Never Lie better than The Inmate. This one had plot twists that were more, I feel like, out of pocket and just like I didn't see coming. One of them was like kind of underwhelming, but the other ones, because she always throws in more than one, the other ones were definitely more a little out of pocket, but like really interesting. The very end got me, and I was like, okay, this is amazing. It's basically about, so this woman gets a job as a nurse practitioner in a prison, and one of the inmates is her boyfriend from back in the day when something happened back in the day, and she put him in prison for what happened. So she sees him again after 10 years, and you get that whole story of what happened back in the day and why he's in there and her life now, and it all kind of just like comes back to light. But yeah, I would give this one 4. I did have a lot of theories, but I don't think any of them were true, to be honest, which happened in the last one as well. It was so fast paced. I literally read it, I started it a few hours ago and I finished it. It's like her writing is so captivating. I just like can't stop reading it. I want to know what's gonna happen. When you think it's over and like the plot twists are over, they're not. That's what I love. We're still going. This video is still going on. I will get back to you guys. I'm still on the hunt for a 5-star read. Hopefully I get one for the month of January. Fingers crossed. I'm 63% into Brightside. The first like 150 pages, I was like, I don't understand where this is going, because it's about a girl who moves from her hometown of San Diego to go to college in Minneapolis, so like across the country, whole different vibe, whole different weather, whole different. But she left back at home her best friend Gus, who's been her best friend her whole entire life, and he's in a band. He didn't go to school, so they now have different lives. They kind of keep up with each other, but she now made new friends at school, and one of them is like a romantic interest, Keller, who kind of just dropped a bomb. But other than that, I was like, I don't know where this is gonna go. Like, I don't understand the point of the story, because I thought that Gus was gonna be the romantic interest, but then I was like, what's the problem? And then I was thinking, Gus calls Kate Brightside, so I was like, okay, why does he call her Brightside? And I knew in my head what it was. I knew, like, I had this thing, because you know when authors like will throw in a few like scenes, or like maybe a new character, but they never go back to it, they never talk about what just happened. This author did that, and I was like, why did they just put that in there? We've never talked about it again, or I've never read it again. Like, that whole scene was never brought up again, so I was just like so confused. So I kept thinking about it. I was like, I knew it. So I kind of like low-key just found out, not the whole thing, but like a little bit. I said it in my head this morning, I was like, this is definitely what happens. I don't know if I'm 100% right, but I got a little glimpse, and I think I'm right. But I was getting so frustrated, because I was like, what is this book even about? Like, what is the problem here? And I think I've just figured it out. If that's what it is, then I feel like I don't know, because I've seen people have cried over this book, and I was like, what are they crying at? But now I understand. I think. I just need to let that out, because I was so confused. I was like, what is gonna happen? What is going on? What are these characters' points in the book? But I think it's all clicked, so I'm gonna go finish it. I don't know if it's gonna be a 5-star. I'm not really feeling the 5-star, which is a bummer, but it's possible. We will find out. I'll come back when I finish the book. I'll give you my final thoughts, and we will see how I feel and what I rate it. Okay, goodbye. Whoever told me to read this book, I don't do well with this. And I'm not even, I think I have like 100 pages left. I can't. If this is like the end gonna be like, oh god, I'm gonna try to finish now. Hi guys, I finished Brightside last night. If you saw me at 2 a.m., that's what I looked like. Was not prepared for the tears that were gonna be on my face. I mean, I knew, I heard, it was gonna be sad. I like caught on to what was going on, because it doesn't tell you like straight up right away. It just like slowly comes, and like there was little scenes and parts that I was like, okay, why did they put that in? So it kind of clicked before they told me, but nonetheless, my face was just drenched in tears. Like it hits. I did give it 4 stars though. There's like a few things that kind of I didn't love. Like the beginning was a little bit slow. Like I was like, where's the story going? Like, I don't know, different from what I expected. This isn't a spoiler because it tells you on the back who the romantic interest is. I didn't read the back going into it really, so I was kind of like, not blindsided, but like I didn't know who it was gonna be. But she has a best friend from home, Gus, and I thought that he was gonna be the romantic interest, and it kind of hurt when he wasn't. I don't know, I just feel like they were meant to be, and it just, that got me. That's like why my point came off. I just like, I loved Keller, I loved his character. I just think for Kate, her and Gus were endgame. That's my 2 cents. It was really good. I liked her, and I liked her message a lot, because she was just so selfless and making sure everyone else is happy. I also liked that Gus was like in a band. I always loved little rock star themes, the rock star stuff going on, so that was good. But yeah, her and Gus, I don't think I'll ever get over it, so that's why I gave it 4 stars, which is a bummer because I'm still in the hunt for a 5-star, which is hurting me because I just like really want a 5-star read. I think my next read I'm gonna do it. My bestie, Ellie, she is just so cute. She annotated this for me. So I've been dying to get to it anyway, just because I am Gossip Girl Central. That is my show. I'm not gonna go into this thinking of a romance because I've heard so many things about this. I'm gonna go into it just for entertainment. Pure, toxic, rich entertainment, and I feel like that mindset might help me. So if I went into here thinking I was gonna get a love story, I have heard things and I don't think I'm going to. I know nothing about it other than they're, like I said, Gossip Girl vibes, rich kids, toxic. That's the gist of it, and it takes place in the UK, I believe. I'm not gonna read the summary of it. I'm just gonna go in blind. That's what I usually like to do with books anyway, so I know the gist of it, I just don't know exactly. So this is what I'm starting. I'll let you guys know how I feel. This could either go really bad or really good. I feel like this is no in between. I don't know if I'm gonna give it high rating or a low rating. I don't know. It really could go either way. So send good luck my way because I really, really, really need a 5-star. I'm like itching for a 5-star book. I'm still recovering from last night. Okay, bye. Tomorrow. I just need everyone to know that I'm absolutely eating this up. That's all for me today. Update. I don't want to get controversial here because I know this book, you either love it or you hate it. I feel like it's an acquired taste of a novel. Like I said, I was going in it not thinking about the romance, thinking about the pure entertainment of rich British families and kids. That mindset was a good one to go into it. Let me just say I read 306 pages yesterday. Let me just say that because I couldn't put it down. You either can't stand these characters to the point where you can't read this. It's just like, whatever. I can't get enough. I think I have this thing for toxic books. Like Tell Me Lies I really enjoyed, but this is like to the next level and I'm eating it up. Some people will probably read it and think it's like a surface level thing, like they love each other, they should date. I didn't say what it's about, but I didn't even know what it was about. Magnolia and BJ, I'm so glad I went into this blind. They used to date. They have this like connection to each other that is like unheard of. Like they are so in love with each other, but it doesn't work out because something happened where he did something and they broke up. She can't trust him again and she puts walls up when she gets too close to him, so she'll get a new boyfriend so that nothing can happen between them. And then when they break up, I don't know, and then he does stuff like they can't get it together, and like people will say like just date, you guys love each other, just date. It won't work. He'll go out and he will do something to ruin it. She'll get a boyfriend. It's just a huge circle, but they can't stay away from each other. Like the push and pull of this book is like, and there's childhood friends to not even lovers to toxic lovers, and the writing, there's some quotes in here that I literally want to tattoo on my body, and I wish I could like do spoilers. But if you don't like toxic, absolutely don't read this. If you don't want anything like that, do not read this. I know I'm not done with it, but from where I stand right now, if you can handle the toxic and the, I don't know, it's just like such an intense love that they have for each other that they can't get away from each other, but it'll never work out. And it's a hard thing for them to grasp. And it's like this whole circle that keeps going on and on and on. And yeah, that's frustrating to read. Like it is so beyond frustrating because you know something's gonna happen again or it's gonna get ruined, but I can't deal. I literally had to go out. I started reading the one that Ellie annotated for me and I was like, I need to annotate this myself. I went out to Barnes, I bought my own copy of it, and as I'm reading and annotating, I'll go back into her annotations. I'm like, oh, so she thinks the same as me. Like I get her opinions while I'm reading, I see her annotations and I'm reading it, and I'm not even kidding, every other page is annotated. There's an annotation, well, I'll flip to a page and it's probably annotated. It just hits. Quotes in here. I'm gonna read one to you guys. I remember the first time I made her smile. It felt like such a worthwhile pursuit when I was a kid. It still feels like a worthwhile pursuit now. Too much of my life, maybe even too much of who I am entirely, can be traced back to him or us. Everything wonderful, everything magical, everything painful, everything beautiful and spectacular and wretched and defining that has happened to me, it happened with him, and I hate him for that. To the bone, loved him. Cut me and I'd bleed him. Cut me and I would bleed him. You want to see my favorite one from last night? Like I didn't want to go to bed because I wanted to read this. They're fighting, as usual. Then why can't you just leave me the fuck alone? He says, you want that? She says, yes. I yell and it feels like a thunderclap. Echoes through the ancient mountains around us, and the Greek philosophers who waxed lyrical about true love and soulmates roll in their graves as I try for the billionth time to sever myself from mine. I could go on about this book, so with that being said, I'm gonna finish it now. I ordered the other 3 books last night. I'm like, this is going to consume me now. And I just haven't felt this way about a book in a long time. And that's when you know it's good. And I think going into this, obviously it's fiction. Obviously it's not a real like romance between people, but reading it, you know this is not right between them. I don't know. Like reading this, don't go out into real life and look for something like this. I don't know. Take it as fiction and just enjoy the story. And it's just, okay. I'm gonna shut up now because I want to finish it. I like don't want to, but I'm going to. And I will let you guys know how I feel at the end. I can't. Okay, I'll be back. I know what's about to happen. I'm scared. genuinely sick of this. This is crazy. Why am I gonna cry? Why am I crying? Why am I crying? The video can be completed now. I never thought this video was gonna be over. I was like chasing the feeling that this book gave me, and I don't know how to move on from here. How am I gonna start another book? How am I gonna feel anything after this? I already want to go back through it and reread it. And that's when you know it's 5 stars. I cried. That hurt. One of the last paragraphs, it hurt. Oh, I love it. And you know what? Always try to see both sides of why people don't like a book, and I can see how this isn't for everyone. Like, I can see if you gave this 2 stars, they frustrated you too much, you can't deal with the toxicness. I can totally see that, but it did it for me. Does that say more about me that I liked this? I don't know. The back and forth, the way that I can't even put it into words. The theme of this book is like, is there more than one love in your life? Like, can you love more than one person? And her getting validation from all these guys and like loving more than one person, more than one guy loving her. But there's always that one love that is just tops all of it. And their love and their whatever happens between them is like, it's painful. I can't get over it. I really can't. But I can't even put into words what this book made me feel. The writing, not even just the storyline, the writing, whatever's in her head, the sentences she's pulling out are like to die for. I'm like sick over this. Guys, I just ate dinner and I was thinking about reviewing this book and how nervous I am, because I know, like I've said, some people give it 2 stars, some people just absolutely can't fathom this book. Forgot to say, and I think I should say, that nothing in this book is justifiable, and their relationship, as much as I said that how much they love each other, like nothing that they do to each other is okay. And I think I need to say that before people go into this thinking that I was like rooting for them. Like I've said, it's very toxic and I don't like the characters. Like, I think it was written for us to not like them, but like feel what they were feeling. And I absolutely hate BJ, like the things that he does and the way he just like ruins things. And I don't like him. Magnolia too, she's done so many wrong things. Like, it's not, there are characters that I like, and I wouldn't want you guys to read this thinking that I don't know, that I thought it was okay what they were doing. I just personally enjoyed the storyline. I thought it was entertaining. I was thinking of it as a British Gossip Girl in my head. Like, I was picturing the drama and the toxicness that came from Gossip Girl and in like the high elite society of what they were, and like their tight-knit friend group that grew up in the boarding school together and were so tight that no matter what they did with each other, how much they betrayed each other, they were still a group. Do you know what I mean? If you've watched Gossip Girl. So again, I don't want you guys to go into this after I give it 5 stars thinking that like I love the characters. No, I like the story. I guess I have a thing for the toxic, like I've said, and the drama, and it's entertaining. It really stuck with me, and the writing I really enjoyed. So that's the last of my 2 cents. I just don't want, again, I don't want you guys to think that I'm like pushing this romance. It's not a romance. It's totally not. I don't want you guys to think I'm like pushing that out there. Don't agree with anything that really goes on in this book, so that's all from me now. We'll talk about it more in my monthly wrap up, but that's all. 5 stars. I'm so glad we got to this point in the video. I don't know how many books I've read in this video. It's been over the span of a few weeks at this point, but I'm so glad that I filmed this, because it's like, I feel like it kind of shows after I read a book what I would rate it, like, and you know when I feel, hold on, I feel like you can tell when it's a 5 star, at least for me, because like my reactions and the way I feel about my 5 stars are like, that's a 5 star to me. And I love the feeling of a 5 star. I literally chase this feeling in every book I read, and this is why I love reading, because I get books like this and books that just like change my life. And I know I sound dramatic, not change my life, make me feel something. That's what this did. I'm so happy I filmed this. I feel like you can like tell when I find that 5 star. I'm not gonna shut up about this. I'm not. Anyway, thank you guys for coming along this journey with me. I know this was a lot, and there's a lot of books I've been through, but I thought it was fun because as I was reading like my mood reading and how I've been reading, like not just for like a video, but like the way I've been picking up books, just like what I want to read, I was able to show you guys my mood reads, my feelings throughout these books, because usually when I'm reading on my own, obviously I'm not filming it unless it's for a video. So that was kind of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe I'll do this again. If you did enjoy it, I don't know. I had so much fun filming this, and I was like begging for a 5 star, and I'm just so happy we got here. Let me know if you guys liked this video. Let me know any of your opinions on any of the books I've read. Let me know any of your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming along this 5-star book journey with me. It was really fun. That's all from me. I'm gonna go sit and think about this book for the next 42, probably longer, hours. I'm gonna go through a rabbit hole of TikToks now. That's when you know it's a 5-star, when I'm not gonna let go of this. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you hopefully in the next one. Bye!